Right people, we're in the depths of hell right now. So a slight update. We have got the breather back in. That's fine. That was a pain. I also ordered the wrong hose. So if you are ordering that piece of pipe, order the 12mm inner diameter, not the 10mm. I got it to work with the 10mm, but it was a challenge. And if you do have the money, maybe buy the pre-bent one as well. That would save a lot of hassle. But we're back down here now. We've got the thermostat housing all fixed. We've got that all done. No more leaks coming from there. So now it is time to tackle the underbelly. The underbelly. So we need to take a sump off. But as I thought, it's not as easy as I was hoping. I was hoping it would just be the bolts that would come off while the exhaust was off. Oh, it'd be easy. No. Turns out, not the case on the Doblo. What actually is here, and let me try and get you in. Let's get some light up here. Is we have this bracket here. Now, there's bolts just underneath here, which we need to get to, which is just at the back of the sump. And yes, we need to take this bracket off. Now, what I've done is I've put the jack just under the gearbox because I'm not entirely sure what this bracket is doing. So as a precaution, I'll just put a wee bit of support there, just in case. I also fitted the new engine mount there, or gearbox mount, just at the back there. Again, just really just to try and help support it. Once I get back out from under here, I'll show you the old one. But we now need to get this off. Now it looks like there is a bolt there. It looks like there should have been a bolt up there, but that's missing. There's a bolt there and a bolt there. So let's get that off, and then hopefully that just pulls out. I'll be back in a minute. Right, status report. They have been taken out now. They're all off, but this still feels very, very tight. I have used some pry bars on it, very gently, but it does not feel like it wants to go. So I don't see anything else. What's around here? It's still the coolant leak from the original. Don't worry, it's sealed. Don't panic. What else is holding that in? Oh, is it you? Oh, it's you. This one here is going through and into that block. Oh, fingers crossed, that's it. Right, 2 seconds, I'll be back with you in a minute. I can't tell if you can see this, but that nut, maybe, oh I don't know, anyway, that nut there does, oh, bugger. That there does seem like that's the ticket. And there we go. That's that off. Ah, there we go. That's what we're after. So that there must be a wee flywheel cover then. That there lets us get at that. You can actually see some of the coolant sitting in there. I think that will just disappear though as soon as I start driving. Sorry folks, I can't get you in. Don't know if you can see it in there. Some of the old coolant. But we now have access though to those bolts. So it should be a case of undoing all of them right away across, and that should pop off. Now it looks like they are 10 mils, and then that should pop straight down. So I'll be back with you in just a moment. All the bolts are out now, but obviously the silicone is still holding it. Oh ho ho, oh ho ho. There we go. Just let that catch. Just chuck it in there. Alright. Well, I suppose we'll just let that drip for a wee bit. Let that catch the oil. And then we'll take a look at it. But, I mean, I'm no expert. Oh, there's the dipstick. There's the dipstick. Seems okay. Right, I'll let this drip a wee bit. We'll bring a pan out, see if there's any metal bits sitting in there. I don't think there is. The engine sounds alright. It sounds pretty decent though once it was running, so I'm not expecting anything major. I'll basically need to let this drip, clean off all these surfaces, this mating surface here, clean up the bolts that I took out, and then get the new sump, make sure it matches, re-gasket material the sump itself, and then plug that back in, and fingers crossed that's us. Let's see if we can get you in any better. So, see there, that's the oil pickup feed. See if that's got a mesh on it. I'll see if I can take that off as well actually. See if I can clean that. I don't know if I can. That'll may have a problem. That's the new sump. I mean, it seems the same from the top, but it's taller. Oh no. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, great. Oh well, we'll see how it goes. That was not fun. Trying to get all that silicone off with some basic tools was not fun. Ended up having to use just a Stanley blade, little wire brush, I think that's brass, and some tweezers just to try and get that cleaned up. You can see actually in some bits it's got damaged at the bottom, and I did have a look at the oil sump. I did have a look at the oil sump as well, and I found, sadly, 2 bits of metal inside, annoyingly. So they were sloshing about in there. Now it turns out actually I believe that this came from this area here, just in between those 2 pieces of metal. I think that's where it came from. So I don't know what's caused that. I don't know why it is, but the engine certainly wasn't sounding like it was knocking or banging when it was running, so maybe it was previous work, don't know. But all cleaned up the best that I can anyway, so hopefully the gasket material will stick on there. So next time you see me, it will be bolted in. I'll let it sit for a while before we put any oil into it. There we go, all done. All bolted in, sealed up. Perfect. We'll just let that sit, and then fill it oil, and then hopefully it won't leak. Anyway, while we're waiting on that curing, let's take the oil filter out, get that swapped over, just while we're waiting. I ended up getting a wee bit carried away. I've put it back together again. We've got everything in. She's full of oil again. The oil is actually down this left hand side as you look at the engine. Apparently it takes 3.2 litres. I think I've put a wee bit too much in it, but that'll be fine. Obviously got the battery back in, ECU back in, all the pipes are reconnected again. We've got the turbo, you won't really be able to see that, but everything's basically fitted again. So obviously we've got our sump back in, we've got the turbo and the cap back, everything's all screwed in, sealed up. So the next thing really to do is get the airbox, get the air filter swapped over. That's easy, I can do that, it's just 3 bolts, nice and easy. And then the next thing is to get the exhaust put in. So the exhaust is all the way back there. Obviously we've got some of it in already, just so I could get that centre pipe measured up, and really I just need to get the other lot in. Once that's done, I can then give it a start. Now really, as far as the exhaust is concerned, everything's already been made for it, so I've basically just got some clamps. I'm just pushing it together and putting the exhaust clamps on, tightening it all up, putting the rubber mounts in, and that's basically about it. So once that's finished, we'll get it fired up, make sure the oil light goes off, see whether or not that engine light disappears as well, now that the MAF is connected again. And yeah, that should be us. See you in a minute. Exhaust on, don't know how well it's coming through. I did paint that centre section black, but that's it all in, all the way down to the back box. That's it, got it full. Oh, there's a wee bit of rust. Oh well, it's been jacked up on that point and pressed in. Anyway, exhaust all done, all the way up the back, all fitted up to the cat. Let's see if it's any quieter. Engine light's still on, although I've not started it. Yeah, engine light's still on. Oh, but listen to that, oil pressure just went off. Oh, that sounds so much better. That sounds fantastic. It's not as bassy. Oh, so I've still got the bumper off. That sounds much better. While I've got you here as well, I said in the last video that I had cleaned all the carpets and the seats. If you remember from the first video, they were terrible. The carpet's all been cleaned as well. This came up pretty good considering. I think it must have been concrete or something like that was all over this floor. Dash still needs to get cleaned, but seats, carpets. Oh, it doesn't smell of dog. Excellent. sounds absolutely fantastic. Sounds great. Coolant levels dropped a wee bit just since I've had it running. Not surprising, I had the whole thing emptied. Rubbish. There we go. So thanks for joining us on this video. Quick oil change, fitted the exhaust, fixed the thermostat, turbo back on, gaskets all in. Hopefully there's no leaks. New oil sump. Really only a couple other wee bits and pieces I want to do mechanically with it. And then I'm going to take it for its MOT because this van has expired its MOT now. So I need to get that done basically before I go and do it, or I'll take its first test drive when I take it up to get MOT'd. Apart from that though, I'll shove the wheels back onto it, get it off the stands, and we'll call that good. But for today, it's been a great day to work on. But I want to call it quits because I've been at it since about 9 o'clock this morning. And it's approaching like 3-4 o'clock just now. Thanks for hanging out with me again on this particular episode. Any suggestions for the Doblo, please leave them in the comments below. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It does help the channel out, and give the video a big thumbs up as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye. Nailed it!
Thank you.